Good morning and welcome to Valley Views. I'm your host, Glenn Edison. We're certainly glad to have you today. And we want special thanks to BTC Fiber, our host for our program. And so you can always see us on BTC Fiber's YouTube page as well as Channel 18. And today we have with us Marlene Basham and Pam Moonaham, I guess your co-chairs, right, of the Valley Fest. Is that how?
Yes.
Your technical term, I guess. And first of all, let me say I'm glad to have both of you with us. And we know that Valley Fest is coming up soon, right?
Yes. Well, probably like in 18 days, the way it looks on the website.
And I know everybody's probably excited about that since last year it was canceled because of COVID.
Yes.
And everybody was looking forward to it last year. They were real excited. And one of the excitements was BTC Fiber and their participation, which is...
Right. Yeah, they became our Emerald sponsor. We've never had an Emerald sponsor, a big sponsor for it. So the Valley Fest is actually named after them this year.
Right, I noticed that on the site BTC Fiber Valley Fest.
Yes.
And by their sponsorship, it allows everyone to come in for free this year, right? Is that correct?
Yes, it's one of the many reasons. We have a lot more sponsors this year, but it is one of the many reasons we get to have free admission. We also want to do it for our 10th anniversary because we've tried every admission fee there is, to try to get more people to come. We want to encourage as many as possible. So free is the way to go, I guess.
Well, and this is one of the very few programs that are going to be out this year, right?
Yes, as far as we know, a lot of the big major attractions around our county have canceled or postponed to later in the fall.
Oh, well, good. So we'll get a heads up. Maybe we'll get some of their attendance.
Well, I hope so. We're getting a lot of calls from them saying such as that, yeah.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, good. That's great. And now, some of your, I noticed, of course, the headliner for Saturday night is Shenandoah.
Yes.
And I know people are excited about that. I'd like to hear them. And then I noticed you have the Beaters. They're always pretty popular.
They're a group out of Chattanooga, and they've been here before for our 4th of July ceremony. So. Right.
I remember that. And then, of course, you have Cody, and he'll be performing the Sequatchie River Band. And then John Snyder's on Sunday. Is that right?
Yes. John Snyder's our official headliner for Sunday. Yes.
So, now, is he able to bring his traveling museum this time?
Yes, we are having the Dukes of Hazzard Traveling Museum set up.
I've seen that on the internet and other places that it's been and draws a lot of people.
Oh yes, yes.
And I think it'll do so here. Is that going to be here both days or just on Sunday?
Should be here both days.
Both days. All right. Well, good. That'll bring a good. And then of course you have Trap 145. Bill McCauley and the In Cahoots band.
Yes, they're in cahoots.
Yeah. And then Bill Hatfield and the Wild Wind Band.
Yes.
And then Stars and Bars, I think, was on. Any other performers?
No, that should be it. And you've noticed that most of them are local.
Right.
Yes.
I noticed that when I was looking at the site. And that's the one thing I think we're really blessed with in this valley is we have a lot of good local talent.
Right.
And when I say good, I mean they're really good at what they do.
Well, we try to keep as many local acts as possible every year, but of course you gotta venture out and get the people that's been around for a while and been on TV and everything, But we try to make sure and have any of our local bands throughout the years. We've been here. This is really our 11th year, but our 10th anniversary.
Well, and talking about the talent, there's all kinds of talent from country, bluegrass, rock and roll. I mean,
oldies.
there's the oldies. There's just all kinds of talent,
yes.
and various genres of music. So that's neat.
Well, that's what we've strived to do throughout the years, is keep it so that we can get any interest, not just country or whatever.
Right, and now concerning the times, you said it starts at Saturday at 10.
Now the gates open at 9.
The gates open at 9.
Yes.
Okay.
The musical acts start at 1:30. Our opening ceremony for our musical acts start at 1:30.
So if you want to grab something to eat and play with some of go around to the vendors and so forth, you can do all that early?
You can. You sure can.
Well, that way, that'd be good. You can get that done out of the way, and then you can sit and listen to the music the rest of the day. That's pretty neat. Now, Sunday it starts at noon. Is that right?
Well, the gates open at 10.
10. Okay.
So they can get out and wander around and go to our vendors and everything. And our music starts at 12.
And it ends at, is it 5?
At closing, which is 5.
5,
yes.
okay.
That's when we close the gates.
All right. And I know it's attendance overall has been pretty good every year.
Well, except when we've had our rainy season.
Yeah, right.
So, yes, it's been pretty good. We have a lot of locals. We appreciate all of our citizens from the surrounding counties and the valley.
Yeah. Well, and I know it's not always been, because sometimes I've seen car tags, and they're not always Sequatchie County.
No.
You know, they come from out of town, and I think a lot of the local people invite their friends and family too,
Right.
as well.
Right.
And,
And it being around summer, and the things that vacation times cover,
Uh-huh.
it helps doing that too.
well, and it's a family friendly event,
Yes.
Very.
and everyone can come and just have a good time and not worry about things like you do at other places, I guess, at times. Now, also on Saturday, you're going to have the car show, and then you have that 5K run. Is that what, 6, 7 o'clock that morning?
I think it starts at 6. I've not really seen the time. They're starting to publish it now,
Uh-huh.
but it usually starts early. I don't like to run and I don't like to get up early, so I don't know what time it really starts actually. But anyway, yes, we have a 5K, and it's also a walk run, a fun walk for people.
I used to do those when I was in college, and they always started early.
Very.
Yeah.
Very early.
And but anyway, and that's also there's more and more people around in this area that are getting into the running and walking and so forth. So and that has increased too, hasn't it?
Yes. Well, with the Greenway, I see a lot of people coming through, walking and running up the Greenway now,
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, and that's good too. That's now that they've cleaned a lot of that out and
Yeah.
cleaned it up, and you know
That's what the walk run's going to do. They're going to follow the Greenway. They start at Harris Park and travel the Greenway and come back. That's what they do.
well, that'll be a good little activity.
Yeah.
It's going to be a beautiful run, walk. Hopefully the day is going to be pretty, but the Greenway is just magnificent. Beautiful views.
Right, and that's another thing about this area is we have so many things to offer to people if they just come and see it. And I think once they come and see it, they'll like it and want to come back.
Well, the Valley Fest is actually going to be on the Valley Fest property, the Coops Creek Commons, and it's eventually going to be attached to the Greenway. And we have a walking area over there and a pond going to be there, so it's going to all be joined at some time, hopefully.
Yeah, when we was cleaning the creek the other day, we was talking about that, and I thought that's going to be pretty neat.
Yeah. The thing is, there's an old railroad trestle down there, and we could incorporate that. Something
that
that's
would
been
be
there
neat.
for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, because that was one thing we was talking about the other day when we was having to clean up, was that river trestle.
Right.
And that was pretty neat. Well, getting into, because I do want to mention the other sponsors other than BTC Fiber. You have Citizens Tri-County Bank,
Yes.
Erlanger, Mountain Valley Bank, Dunlap Stone, and I saw on the Tennessee Arts Commission.
Yes.
Now, is there anybody else that I'm missing?
Well, we have so many sponsors, it's really hard to name them all. We have 8 major sponsors.
The Mercantile, the Yard.
Right.
They're
Oh,
wonderful.
okay.
And you said Dunlap Stone.
Yes.
We have one called Free Events,
Yes.
Free Spirit Events, who's sponsoring some of our acts.
Oh, okay.
That's new to our Valley Fest. Yes. The Aviagen that just came in, new sponsors coming on. They just came into Bledsoe County. Jason Lewis is
Oh, okay.
automobiles is on for the first time. We have quite a few. We have our standards, and then we got quite a few of the new ones coming in.
And where is, speaking of Jason Lewis, where is the, I know in the past we've had the car show there at that lot. Is it still going to be
It's
there?
still there. Yeah, we've shut Pine Street down, and it's sponsored by Victory and O'Reilly's and Jason Lewis, and they're going to put the cars on their lots there actually.
Oh, okay.
And
Well,
in the streets, yeah.
well, that'll be nice. That'll be different.
Yeah.
And people, that'll give them opportunity to walk around more instead of just in one little area.
Yeah.
allow more cars to get in there too.
Right, yeah.
And that I know over the years I've watched that, and you see different kind of cars sometimes. Sometimes you get some of those. I've seen what I call the Beverly Hillbillies. We've had some of those, but had some nice old cars too.
Right.
Nice,
The ones we drove.
yeah,
Some of the muscle cars.
yeah, and
Good show.
and those people come from out of town too. They're not just locals. They're a lot of
Right.
out of town people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, excuse me, the carnival. That's going to be that I guess the few days before the actual Valley Fest,
Yes.
and it's
Yes.
going to be on the same lot, right?
Yes, it will. It's going to be on the back side of the lot, of the Valley Fest lot, the Coops Common. But we're also going to have a new carnival this year, and we're going to have a lot of the new rides. We're going to have the Zipper. We're also going to have the world's fastest ride, and it is called Force 10. So I'm anxious to see that. They are very excited about bringing it. There's only 3 in the whole world.
Really?
Yes, so that's going to be good. We also have the fighting water balls coming.
Yeah.
And that's always a big hit. And so we have the carnivals, they're bringing the best this year, so we're excited about that.
Well, I imagine after that first night, the word to get out if it's really.
Yes, that's exactly
Yeah.
right.
And I know it seems like every year people around here like the carnivals anyway.
They do, and they'll run some specials, and they'll be advertising those. So yeah,
And
we're excited.
and that lot, of course, if you don't know, it's right over here behind City Hall to the left, and you, excuse me, my sinuses are killing me. It's that time of the year.
Pollen, yeah. It's at the corner of Pine and Wagner Lane.
Pine and Wagner. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
It's a big site this year. We've got a new building with hopefully clean restrooms, and also we're going to put the stage in front of the new building.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to have everything on the site except for maybe the water balls, and also the rolling museum for John Snyder and the general. So that's going to be on right near the site. So
that'll be a big attraction for a lot of people just to come see that.
very much so.
And
We're excited.
And we're going to keep the kids busy, hopefully, with the kids zone.
We've got a new, bigger kids zone, and we're going to have a vendor called Days Gone By, and it's old-fashioned games under the big tent. So we're real excited about that. And also, we're going to have a cotton candy vendor that does all different flavors of cotton candy. That's new. We're going to have jumpy houses that are sponsored by Mountain Valley Bank. We're also going to have a chainsaw artist, which he's going to do on site, the chainsaw. So we're excited about that. Yes, yes.
And we've got the standard zero gravity.
Zero gravity.
that
He's
they
bringing
love,
extra machines because we're expecting a huge crowd. And also we've got over 50 vendors, craft and craft and food. And our food vendors, we tried to get specialties to come in this year, and we've been very successful. We have fried Oreos, fried green tomatoes. We have specialized barbecue. We've got just a little taste of everything, so we're really excited about that.
so you need to diet before you come.
Diet before you come, and also we again thank BTC Fiber for sponsoring and all the rest of our great sponsors, because we're probably the most excited about the free admission, because we know that now you can come with your whole family and buy from the vendors, and we're just really excited and hope that everybody does well, which we know they will this year.
Well, that's good. And if anyone wanted to volunteer, how do they contact y'all, or what's the process on that?
But they go to our website, valleyfestonline.com. Everything is there. We have our vendor applications. We have our walk-run registration, our volunteer registration. Even to be a sponsor, you can go on there. There's little, and reserve seating. We haven't mentioned reserve seating.
Right.
Reserve seating is $25 for both days. And because of COVID rules and everything, we're going to have to kind of put them off in pods, but we're still going to have reserved seating for them. So.
Well, good.
And I wanted to mention, she was talking about the different flavors of stuff. We have one lady that, those standard standbys, eat a funnel cake. She's got all flavors of funnel cakes.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, that'll go.
That'll go. And the cotton candy will go. I'm excited about that too.
We'll have to run the next year after eating.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
That's exactly right.
may have to run before next year.
Yeah,
Exactly right.
Well, that sounds exciting. I know I'm excited about it because Ethan and I are going to be there and doing some different things, and so we're excited about being there.
Right.
And of course, I've always enjoyed it because you walk around, sometimes you see people you haven't seen in a while, and it's more of a fellowship type atmosphere.
Right. That's exactly right. We are going to be COVID compliant. We're not requiring masks, but we are suggesting that people wear masks, and we're going to try our best to do the social distancing as best we can.
Right.
So, but we're going to have sanitized stations all throughout the festival, and wash stations and things like that. So we are giving it our best to do what we need to do. So we're excited about that.
And of course that comes, I think most everybody will be working with that anyway.
Right.
They have that in their mind anyway.
I think everyone's learned to take care of themselves, and that's what we want to encourage. Be sure to take care of yourself, and we'll do what we can to make it easier on you.
I know several years ago when I had my liver transplant, it was right before Valley Fest.
Right.
And I couldn't come, and I was thinking, I wish I could listen to it.
Yeah. Well, we're excited about that also. BTC is going to film the acts, some of the acts. So we're excited about that, and they'll probably film some of the festival too. So if you can't get out for some reason, maybe you're homebound or something, that is going to be on Channel 18, and we're excited about that.
Okay, well, good.
Yeah.
Well,
and we do want to encourage she said homebound, we want to encourage the ones that are handicapped. Maybe we do have a big handicap parking area this year.
Oh, okay.
And it's all going to be for them, and they get to go in free. And everything is handicap accessible. I mean, anybody can go.
Yes.
Well, that's important.
Yeah,
Yes,
you got to touch everyone. And we've got the kids involved, we've got adults, and we want to get anybody that's got a disability or anything too.
Yes.
So just come out and have a ball.
Yeah, we hope so.
We hope so.
We want to thank everyone that's helped with this. It's been a big, we went from getting it all planned out for last year, and then all of a sudden postponing, and then doing it again in September, and then canceling, and then doing it again this year. And it's just been we've got about a core committee group of about 30 people that's worked like dogs to get it together. So.
Well, I know it's a lot because I was involved in the very first one.
Yeah.
And there was a lot to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just let's have this thing. And,
no, there's a lot of preparation, and we do need volunteers. So if you need community service hours, if you need with your school beta club or so forth and so on, or if you just want to volunteer, we can do 4-hour shifts. We can work around your schedule. So definitely volunteer, because you will get blessed by volunteering, and you'll learn how everything works, and it is a good experience.
And that's something else. The elderly or if anybody that's homebound that would like to get out for a few hours could come and volunteer. We'll make sure you're taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good. That'll be great. Because I know a lot of them would like to. They just feel like they can't.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this would be an opportunity.
Right.
We'll put you where you feel comfortable. That's the main thing. Yeah. Volunteering.
Well, good. That's great. That's good to hear. And I'm excited because we built this up. We interviewed last year Cody about when it was going to happen, and then it all fell through, and that was kind of a letdown.
Yeah.
Well, we've had to scramble to try to make sure get all aspects back involved, and everybody involved. Communication's the key,
and you had I think am I right where most all except maybe one of the entertainment acts could come back?
I think we had three to fall through. Mm-hmm. We had 2 to fall through, and then we had a backup for one of them, and that fell through. So, yeah, you'd think it'd be easy to find acts, but it's just according to times and how long they can perform and all that kind of stuff.
Right. I mean, it's not easy just to line up. You can't just call somebody up and say, hey, come do this.
We usually work right after the festival ends for the next year. We start working immediately, and so to do that, we can line up good acts and good vendors and things like that. So.
Well, that's good, and because it takes having good acts for people to come.
And vendors. Yes, it does.
But I want to say something too. We have very good community support.
Oh, yes.
And our county executive's office, the county commission, all of them work well to help us. Of course, our sponsors, the city. I mean, the property is is over there right behind the mayor's office, you know,
Yeah.
so it's behind City Hall. So we have all very good community support.
Yes.
And this year, the Saturday is election day
Oh,
for the
yes.
city.
And we're going to have fireworks at the end
Yes.
of Valley Fest on Saturday night. So we may be celebrating the election results for somebody, you know.
Yeah. Well, that may be. Get them up there on the stage and celebrate, I guess. Hadn't thought of it that way, but that'd be interesting to do.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, is there anything that we've left out? Anything that you want to?
Just May 1st and May 2nd. So just come out, because it is free admission, and it's probably one of the biggest we've ever had, and that's due to everyone doing their part above and beyond. So
Well, and I think that'll be the big draw is the free admission and everybody, because you know, all these other festivals, some of them charge quite a bit
Right, yeah.
just for one day.
Yes.
Well,
Entrance.
as far as parking, we've got all downtown parking.
Yes.
You know, we used to have it on the Citizens Tri-County Bank parking lot, and parking would be all downtown. Now we've cut off only Pine and Pine Street and Widener Lane, so there's going to be parking all around.
Oh, good.
Except for handicap, we've got a special place.
Oh, good. Well, listen, it was certainly good to have both of y'all here today, and I'm looking forward to being there May 1st and 2nd. It's going to be a fun time, I think.
Yes.
I think so too. You know,
Thank you for having us.
yeah,
Well,
thank
you're
you.
more than welcome. And don't forget, May 1st and 2nd, you better diet before you come, because I know some of that stuff's going to be good. And so be there May 1st and 2nd, Valley Fest, and thank you for watching. Hey everybody, this is Glenn Edison from Valley Views. We appreciate you watching our shows, and we would like for you to like, share, and follow us on Facebook, as well as like and subscribe to our YouTube page.
Brought to you by Bledsoe Telephone Cooperative, your full-service telecommunications provider right here in the Sequatchie Valley.